Hey, how's everybody doing? Can you hear me? Hey, Bob. Can you guys hear me? Sarah, Bob? There's Debbie.
This is
Deb, can you
Bob.
hear me?
I can hear you. Can you hear me?
I can.
Woohoo! I feel like I've climbed a mountain.
Hello, everybody.
Hello. Can everyone hear me?
I can hear you.
Sarah.
Hi. Okay, great.
Everybody getting ready for this snow that's coming?
Oh, wow. That's a sore subject. I guess I'm as ready as I can be.
All right, I want to ask you guys, are you guys all getting my emails that I send out?
I am.
Okay,
Yeah, I am.
good. I just wanted to make sure, you might want to check with people to make sure that if they're not, because I usually, maybe weekly, sometimes more, sometimes less, send emails out, and sometimes it ends up in people's spam emails. And I just want to make sure, because if I'm communicating something for you guys that you need to know about, I want to make sure you guys get it, that's all. So just kind of mention that to some of your group members. And Debbie, what I was telling you is that we merged your all's tables.
Sure.
But it was so funny when George sent me that email yesterday. He says, just tell him I can't get on the call on Monday. And I didn't even stop and look at the date. I just looked down and saw it was your group and started emailing. So I don't know if he'll be on or not. But that's the beauty of being able to record these meetings.
Yes.
When we get done, our dear Mariel is so talented. She knows how to transfer that to a YouTube, which gives me a link. I will email that to you and you can send that out to everybody, because not everybody's going to make all these meetings. And
Right.
don't let that discourage you. Some of your best workers are not going to make all the meetings, but they're there, they're in tune, and they're going to stay on top of it. It's also very helpful for going through and recapping your meeting. I would run through mine and go, oh, I forgot to write that down. And then send out, some bullet points about what we covered in the meeting and what we're looking for the next meeting. And then always setting your next meeting up, and then let me know so I can schedule it for you and then send you all that information that you can forward out to everybody else. Okay?
Okay. The problem, Deborah, is that I don't have everybody's email address because I wasn't, since I wasn't at that table, and Dana
Right.
was on vacation and couldn't get it to me, so I don't have everyone's email address.
I got you. What the people, because I went through the photographs, because Dana didn't send any notes that I'm aware of. I'm going to double check with Mariel again. The people that I could identify, I'm going to send you, and I'll do that when I get off, because I'm not going to be on your call.
Okay.
I'll send you everybody's names that I have, all their emails. So
Okay.
you have that.
All right.
And I think they're going to be doing some really exciting things with NC State. We were talking about that with your group. Tom and Mariel are following up with that. So we're really excited about that. We actually spoke with somebody here at UNC too that wants to be a part of it. So I think you guys got some exciting things happening. So
Very good.
Anything any of you guys need that we need to do to support you, just let me know. Okay?
Good. Thank you so much.
I'm going to let you guys get on with your meeting. And again, Deb, I'll get those emails to you right now. And you guys have a great day and a great holiday if I don't talk to you before.
Thank you. You too.
Take care. Bye-bye.
Bye. Hey, Sarah.
Hi. Hi, Bob.
Hi, Bob.
Hello.
I thought about you yesterday. Somebody was talking about their VCR.
Oh, I'm not sure that's the way I want you to think about me. Oh,
Is it just
well,
the
is it
three
just the
of
three
us?
of us?
I guess so.
Okay. Well, Debbie, first, thank you a bunch. You've been the glue to hold us together here.
Well, you're welcome. I feel like I'm very scattered in doing that. I just don't know exactly how to proceed. But hey, we got three of us on the phone today, so I guess that's something.
Yeah, I'm in exactly the same place. I'm not sure where we're going, and but at least we got this meeting done.
That's right. So Bob, in your opinion, then we just really kind of need to look at our action steps and follow up on where we are with that. Was that what you're thinking this meeting was about?
Yes, it was really just, I think, yeah, for me, it was making sure that we could do it and that I could do it. And
Okay.
then I'll probably communicate a lot more by email than by Zoom, at least until I get comfortable with it.
Right. And I'm good with that too.
Yeah, I tried to look y'all up through my VCR, but it didn't.
If we can just figure out how to work that thing.
Yeah. So I did have, let's see, I was part of another group in South Carolina a week ago that tried to come up with an index for or how to measure if an organization is recovery friendly,
Mhm.
or how to measure if a physician's practice is how well are they integrated with behavioral health. And it had me thinking that we could maybe have some measure, but rather than just list a bunch of resources, that we
Mhm.
might want to add some quality piece to it. Is like, so here's a good way to figure out if this organization is, besides being listed, where do they fall on that range of being recovery friendly, or I don't know. There's a lot. I've been struggling with coming up with a list because the lists create their own problem that we talked about. Keeping it up to date.
Yes. Well, I guess Sarah can comment on this too, but we just went through the process of becoming certified through Recovery Residences of the Carolinas.
Yeah.
And they had, that was very, very detailed. But if we could even maybe utilize something like that to
Right.
compile our own list. Not everybody is a recovery resident. It could be a support group. It could be, lots of components of recovery.
Yeah.
But maybe if we could utilize something like that as a starting point to come up with a list, a very simple list.
Yeah. So, because I've never been through one of those, I guess it's a little bit like CARF or JCAH or something. But so the recovery residents people come in and interview and inspect and stuff. Is that right?
Yeah, we had to submit we actually submitted a whole binder of all of our policies and procedures that they had established as best practices. And when they saw that, then they also came out and did a site visit and kind of followed up to make sure that's what was happening. So I know that, that's very time intensive, and none of us have the time or resources to do that.
Yeah.
But even if we just had the same thing with Facing Addiction, when we asked to be an affiliate of them, they asked for our 501c3. I'd have to go back and look at the list, but I'm kind of getting excited when I'm thinking about that because it was a much simpler process, but at least it gave you some way to measure, is this a legit organization? Do they have some structure? Are they doing what they say they're doing?
Yeah.
I had a conversation with our local NCO partners. And, they're having conversations about how, I guess, they're going to rate providers, as,
Yeah.
that's the right word you want to use for that. But they haven't determined the measures that they are going to do that yet. They talked about, like, for example, whatever we end up doing for as far as the database goes, if there was a way to have like some sort of a star rating beside of each provider. But they're still in conversation about how that they would even do that. They don't know the answers to that either on their end. So
Yeah, but that's the mistake we want, or the mistake we really want to avoid, is listing somebody who's not reputable.
right.
Yeah, and so anything we can do to minimize that probability or that possibility would be useful. And so these rating organizations are, I don't know much about them, but that sounds like a great sort of a shortcut for us.
Mhm. If nothing else, I was just thinking how you see when you're shopping online or something and you see these different products and it has check marks by this one offers these things, XXXX. This one offers these things, XX. You know what I'm saying? We could maybe determine what factors would be important and then put a check mark in the ones that they are seeming to comply with. I don't know. Even at that, though, it's kind of like you're taking somebody's word for it unless you actually go and examine.
So on another, Debbie, have you heard from anybody in the other group? Deb said she had heard from George Leroy, who was sitting at that other table.
No, I haven't heard from anyone else.
Okay. There was some fellow with a French sounding name. I want to say Francois or something. I can't remember, but anyway, I'll try to get with George. He's local here down the road from me, and see if he made a list of who was at his table. That might help too. Yeah,
that would be good, because, and to follow up on what I said I would do was I was going to ask the summit, the Western Carolina Recovery Alliance. I was going to ask them to send out an email to everybody who's on their list, asking them to at least put their information in the resource directory that they have.
Yes.
And I reached out to Deborah to do that, and she just said, why don't you send me an email of what you want to say, and I'll forward it. But I didn't want to do that without talking to you all first